She got down on hands and knees, one ear against the ground, holding her breath to hear something, but the dirt made not a sound.
Hello and welcome to W.A.R. Re-Education number 9, and it's been an ungodly amount of time. Anyway, starting off, I would like to dedicate this episode to Nathan's brother, Josh Acuff, and well, you'll be missed, sir. Alright, moving on. So, welcome back. Good job, Jazz, on that very awesome video you did in November. I'm just kidding. Okay, so we got a lot of stuff going on, a lot of new things coming along, and a lot of fighting going on in the guild. And it sucks, and things need to change, or things will hopefully change, I don't know. So I'm going to try and implement these changes, and I'm really trying to get your guys' opinions on stuff, so please just check out the polls room and tell me what you think. That's been a big problem in the past, I guess. But moving on, so we got a couple of new things that we're starting up. We got the event, the Agents vs. Creatures event, and I'm planning on starting that around March 13th, just to keep the calendars open, and it's not going to be like a 3-day thing like all this other stuff. It's going to be more along the lines of a 2-week thing, possibly longer, and it will be like an interactive chapter by chapter sort of story. So, and the next chapter is based on the events of whatever goes on between, you know, March 13th and whenever it stops. So yeah, pretty excited about that. Also, we might be implementing the dice roll system in that to make things a little more fair, because people get annoying when fighting. I'm not gonna name any names. Then we got the encyclopedia, the creature encyclopedia. Now this one, it's very iffy because it kind of makes it seem like there are character restrictions, but I just want things to make sense. I would like it if things made sense. And people have some really ridiculous things out there, and it can be ridiculous as long as it makes sense. So, yeah. In the news, we have some big things going on. So we had a giant earthquake in Chile. Left at least 147 people dead. It was a magnitude of 8.8, which is pretty damn high, considering that the highest ever recorded is 9.5, which ironically was also in Chile. Now, there was talk of the tsunami that it was causing, heading towards Hawaii and the coastline of California. But the good news is that Hawaii is safe, and the tsunami, it came close, but it was only like 3 feet high, so it was big enough to say something happened, but it wasn't enough to damage anything. So that's good. They're not saying the all clear yet until all water activity has stopped, but things are looking pretty good for Hawaii. I mean, you know, no giant tsunami coming and crashing down on them and killing everyone. Yay! So we have some really cool tech news going on right now. First thing I'm going to talk about is, of course, the iPad. Now this is a pretty big deal everywhere. Some people don't like the idea of it. I mean, I personally don't like the idea of it because how the hell do you stand it up? I mean, I don't like looking at a computer like this. It'd kill my neck all the time. But basically what it is it runs like an iPhone or an iPod Touch. It's just like that, only way bigger, and it's a full computer. And you can type on it, watch videos, everything that a normal computer does, just about. I haven't read too much into the features about that, but that's definitely more like personalized. And we also have a big thing coming from Microsoft called the Courier. It's definitely something you should look into if you're a businessy type, though I don't think any of you are yet. I don't know. Maybe. But yeah, it's pretty cool. What it is, it's like a notebook, literally like a notebook you write in, and it folds open, and there are 2 touch screens, and it's really, really intense. I suggest you go onto Google and look it up because it's crazy. It's got all sorts of things it can do. It has a camera. It is a notebook computer with a camera, and you can look up people's offices by dragging their name over to a map, and the map searches them for you, and it's really insane. Definitely for the business types, like I said. Further on, we have the Bloom Box. This is huge. So basically, we have this corporation called Bloom Energy, and they have invented a sort of like a fuel cell, and what it runs off of is natural gas and oxygen. And what it does is it combines the two, and with the chemical, and from the chemical reaction, it results in electricity. So just from a small box about like this big, you got like enough to maybe power a house, or no, two of them to power an American house, and apparently one to power a house in Europe, because I guess we use twice as much power. But yeah, so that was on 60 Minutes. I thought I'd share that. But the cool thing is that it's wireless, so you don't have all this shit going on underground and stuff. You just have the box, and then I think you just link it up to your power grid, and there you go. But yeah, like I said, its main resource is oxygen, so it just takes it in and converts it to electricity. So, I mean, the biggest con I could see with this is, you know, depleting the ozone layer further. So maybe he can figure something out there to even it out. But so far, estimated prices for just a home unit are at $3,000. But that's enough to power the entire house. And I'm not sure for how long per se. I think it was like maybe 30 years or longer. But I mean, that's pretty good considering. And that 30 years is just you having to change it, like not change out the box and buy a whole new one, but like just like clean out the panels or something like that. But yeah, so I thought that was pretty cool, and might be a nifty little revolution we have going on there. I mean, of course there are the cons of all the jobs lost from the electric companies being closed down. So yeah, there shall be a new debate about that actually in the debate room, our first ever new debate for like the past few months, so hooray! You should go and debate or something. And in the box office right now, at number 1 is Shutter Island, and number 2 Valentine's Day, number 3 still Avatar, because it was a badass movie. Number 4 Percy Jackson and the Olympians, The Lightning Thief, and number 5 Wolfman. Wolfman, I really want to see it. I haven't gotten to see it yet. Percy Jackson and the Olympians was a pretty good movie. I did not read the book though, so I can't really like give you a full opinion on it, you know. I feel kind of bad, like one of those people. Like one of those people that watches one of the Harry Potter movies and they're like, oh my god, it was so amazing, and then you're there and you're like, yeah, but it was nothing like the book, and they're like, oh whatever, and you're like, I want to stab you in the throat multiple times. But anyways, so I think that about wraps it up. Scale changes, no tsunami, giant earthquake, iPad versus Courier, the Bloom Box, and well, the box office. That's all I got for you this week, and it is, of course, February 27th. But yeah, that's it. See you around, and remember, this is war.